I'm here at CEF Live. I've been joined by David Nicholl, who's Executive Vice President of Electrification at ABB. David, so thanks for popping in to see us.
Thanks, Gordon. Lovely to be here.
It's good to. We're in the thrum of the electrical industry here at CEF Live.
Yeah, and it's really buzzing, which is really exciting to see so many people here, both customers and suppliers, and of course CEF themselves.
Yeah, I mean it's been a great few days.
Yeah.
You know, from us, the electrical industry now is at a turning point. It's gone from being quite a conservative industry to now, actually quite a vibrant, exciting industry with PV, EV, and all this smart thing. I mean, what's ABB's take on this change in the market?
Well, the big mega trends which are driving this, the energy transformation and of course Industry 4.0 are all leading to the digitization of the industry, meaning more product needs to be more connectable, joined together, more data, more artificial intelligence. So we're constantly investing in research and development to renew our products, bring them to market, bring new smarts, new applications, and at the same time educate our employees and our customers on the new technology which is coming forward. When we look at energy, with PV, and let's just say renewables, because we've got wind in there as well, onshore, offshore wind, PV, converters, it's moving from the traditional big grid and the generation and the flow from the generator right through distribution to the end consumer to kind of micro grids, mini grids, micro grids, where a consumer or an industrial customer can generate their own electricity. They can use it or put it back onto the grid. Then we look at EV charging, which is, EV cars and EV charging. This is really transforming the industry and how we can connect all these cars, which are basically big batteries moving about everywhere, and how can we get that energy flowing down to where it needs to be at that moment in time.
I mean, everybody talks about the EV market and all this smart stuff and this micro generation, but how quickly do you see it actually starting to take root in the marketplace?
Well, first of all, if you take PV, there was a lot of subsidies from the government, and that kind of exploded, and then the subsidies were taken away. But now PV's getting to a price point where it doesn't need subsidies anymore. So I see this point coming where it will start to, I wouldn't use the word explode, but it'll start to accelerate again up into the market. So it's definitely a good way to generate electricity. And if we look at the advent of because everybody used to argue about renewables because at night the sun doesn't shine, and normally we need the energy at night because we need to light our houses and our buildings or whatever. However, with the advent of battery technology now as well, that's helping to be able to take that energy, charge it up, and use it when we actually need it. So that battery storage is really key. And then, of course, that leads into why has battery storage become so good, and then the amount of investment in battery storage in cars and car technology. Is EV going to take off? It really depends again. In the UK, it's between 1 and 2% of all new cars are EV, so it's not huge. The infrastructure is starting to be built. There's somewhere between 8,000 and 9,000 different stations throughout the UK. And then if we look at different governments like Norway, where they had tax incentives, they had consumers didn't have to pay any charges to park in the city. They could use the bus lane to get into work. So that increased very quickly the EV. Denmark are also putting in legislation to drive the EV growth in cars. I think the UK government probably need to put in some new legislation if we want to see it move faster.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about all these distributed energy sources all dotted about. I mean, obviously smart is a big thing in connecting them together and getting them to work together.
Yeah.
And, I was across on the ABB stand the other day and there's some smart home products there. Yeah. And I wouldn't have traditionally thought of ABB as a company operating in the smart home space in the UK.
Yeah. So ABB traditionally has been a big utility player, big industrial player. And now, we're really focusing on the growing market in commercial buildings and data centers as well, and also home. The home market, we're very strong in places like Germany, the Nordics, especially with wiring accessories, plugs and sockets, if you like. But over here in the UK, we don't have a UK wiring accessory at the moment. But we do have the smarts, we do have the welcome access control, we have the intelligent home system called Free at Home. And this is all connectable between using API software between Sonos, between Google, between Alexa, for example. So you can go in and basically say to Alexa, turn my heating on, or turn it down to certain degrees, or turn my lighting on, and through free ABB Free at Home. So we are investing in this area.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big drivers of smart has been those intelligent smart speakers and this whole work with Alexa.
Yes.
I mean, do these, the big software companies, the big, the Googles of the world, do they worry ABB in terms of where they sit in the market?
I wouldn't use the word worry, because I think it's all about partnership. I think the way technology is moving, there's no such thing now as having your own space. You have to be more open. You have to work with different technology leaders. And it's a bit of like a co-opetition. You have to cooperate together. In some areas you're competing together. But I think the space that these big software players in, the likes of Google, Amazon, are more partners than they are in competition, at least with ABB.
Yeah, I mean, the industry, if you look at the electricians, moves traditionally very slowly. Electricians live through regulations, and they might get a new update every 10 years.
Yeah.
How are we going to cope with this rapid change that, technology changing all the time?
Yeah, and in fact, we see that a lot, both from a manufacturer and through the whole value chain. Because, the expertise that electricians and contractors bring is that electrical installation. Now we're moving into the world of data, where you're combining the IT world with the electrical world. Of course, as manufacturers, we're trying to make the systems as much plug and play as possible, as much that the software is kind of self-teach. But there is a need for smarter, let's say, system integrators in the market, whether that be through building automation, using KNX, being able to program Free at Home, or building management systems. You do need some form of future system integration.
Okay, I mean, obviously it's in ABB's interest to get those people trained up as quickly as possible to get the product. I mean, what initiatives does ABB have to kind of educate the customer on that journey?
Well, so we've launched an ABB Academy. We're doing online training courses, which means that we can get that out to a mass audience of people. But also we do technical training courses in here in the UK, and also in our factory, depending on what it is about. So we will take customers and teach them about ABB Ability, which is the connected information from energy coming up through an ACB, for example, into an energy management system.
Okay, wow. And for you, what's probably some of the most exciting areas for electrical contractors today to kind of get into? Is it kind of, is PV gone? Is now all about EV?
I think the great thing about the electrical industry is, as more and more of us use digital equipment, more phones, more technology, more data is being generated. More, people are posting on Instagram, posting on Facebook. They're making videos now instead of photos. That's all uploaded into data centers. Data centers are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They're demanding more electrical power in the homes as well. I mean, who thought in the past our homes might have PV, might have an EV charging system? They used to just have a consumer unit. So now we're going to have more power in the homes, and that has to be managed. So from an electrical contracting point of view, I just see the market growing and expanding, and the need for more people, as well as more technical, competent people. So I think it's a really exciting time to be in this industry right now.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I mean, we'll close on that, because that's one thing we like in the electrical industry. It's more power.
More power.
More power.
The power to succeed.
Brilliant. Thanks, David.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Gordon. Thank you.